Greetings, beloved. I'm Bishop R.G. Mason II, lead pastor of the Impact Church South. And I'd like to take this time to invite you to worship with us in our iChurch worship experience. Many people have been asking the question, what does the I stand for in our church? Well, I stands for Impact. That's who we are. But listen, Impact is not just a word. It's an acronym. It's not just a designation of who we are, but it's a description of what we are. We are innovative ministries productively addressing current times. And one of the ways we're addressing the current times is that we are bringing you prophetic services to minister to you right where you are. We told you many, many times before, when you come to the Impact Church, it's going to be an experience. So listen, I need you to get ready, sit back and wait. God's about to meet you at the very point of your need, and you're about to experience an impact. Well, that's enough of that. I tell you what, let's just go in and worship together. I'm going to go in physically. You're going to come in virtually. Grace and peace.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And thank you for flying Opportunity Airlines flight number 2021. Somebody say you made it, you didn't miss it. Thank you for flying with us today. We are excited to have you aboard. And we guarantee that this flight is going to get you to your destination. We have tried to make boarding and takeoff as smooth as possible. And we've tried to make your in-flight services welcoming with our incentives. And we hope that it has settled you pretty good. Are y'all all right? Thank you. Our flight attendants will continue to move about the cabin to make sure that your flight is pleasurable during this duration. We started this departure this morning, and we started this departure in the troposphere. The troposphere representing the place where you can only say what you see. And as we were cleared for takeoff, we lifted from the runway and we entered into the stratosphere. The spirit of expectancy, I believe, has honed in on everybody in this plane, in this aircraft today, because we're expecting God to move in this season. We're expecting Him to do something differently. And so in the process, Nika, discouragement and defeat begin to drop off. We entered, as we left the stratosphere, we've entered into the mesosphere. This is in the Greek, the middle, where we've begun to deal with some matters of our hearts. It was a little turbulence there because things begin to happen and it began to tug on our hearts. But celebrate God today because you pushed through. You really had to push. You really had to make the decision land on whether or not you were going to disconnect from matters of the heart or if you were going to stay in it to the finish. But somebody shout and say you pushed through. Then on to the thermosphere where the heat became intense. I know that you recognize spiritual warfare on this level like never before. I know you were in for the fight of your life, but you have not given up. And the sword of the Spirit ain't never missed what the enemy brought on the scene. And so now we are currently cruising at an altitude headed for the ionosphere. It's aimed at getting you up where you belong. And so it is now that my responsibility is to take you to advancement and abundance. My responsibility is to make sure that you recognize that you are blessed in the city, you're blessed in the field, and you're blessed when you come and when you go, and even your children shall experience ample crops in this season. Even your children's children shall harvest large crops of fruit and bread and productivity and prosperity. I have a responsibility to get you to the place where you recognize that you are blessed. Somebody say blessed. And so we're headed now, destined to the ionosphere, where not only is there advancement and abundance, but there is security and sanctification. For it is the promise of the Father that He is going to defeat our enemies right in front of us. And they're going to join forces against us, but they will scatter 7 ways, because we're taking opportunity in this season. In this season, God is going to bless everything that you lay your hands to do, and it's my responsibility as your captain to get you there. Security and sanctification, they are going to know that you are working with something else in this season, and you ain't gonna never be scared. In this season, God is going to take us to the ionosphere, where we will drop off into destiny and saturation and settlement, and shifting shall surround us. And it is the promise of the Father that the Lord is going to make us plenteous. We shall be plenteous in goods, in health, and in everything that He gives us. Somebody say, we're taking opportunity. He's going to cause the heavens to be opened up, and He is going to water every seed that comes out. In other words, there shall never be another drought in our lives and in our homes again. We're going to destiny. The word of the Lord. The days of being somebody else's ass is over. They ain't riding us no more. We're coming into our own. I rebuke the attitude of poverty and slavery, and it is my responsibility as your captain to bust through the ionosphere and drop you off in destiny. You were faithful over a few things, said the Lord, and now my promise is to make you the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. Somebody stick your chest out and say, I'm large and in charge in this season. God says, I am settling you and I am putting you into an entry level, but it won't stop there, because top management is your destiny. Ownership is your final destination. Somebody give God glory. We thank God today. We thank God for our chief captain, Bishop Mason, and all our airline authorities, Pastor DeMars, Prophetess DeMars, Pastor Clark, and the entire pastoral executive council, who you will see periodically throughout our flight course. Feel free to move about the cabin and get your Bibles, whether it's hard copies or electronic. Be careful now, because the overhead compartments, as some things may have shifted during this flight. Ecclesiastes 11:6 says, in the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thine hand, for thou knowest not whether shall prosper either this or that, or whether they both shall be aligned alike in good. Another translation reads like this: plant your seed in the morning and keep busy all afternoon, for you don't know what, if it will profit. Will it come from one activity or another one? Somebody say get busy. Or maybe both will yield equally as good. Somebody say get busy. We are taking opportunity. Tell somebody that, tap it on the screen, y'all. Share it, share with somebody. I'm taking opportunity. Thank you. On Friday night at the party, and by the way, we did have an awesome time at the party, didn't we, Nelson? But the speaking spirit himself began to inform us of what we needed to pack, and he instructed us, Nika, to pack 3 things for this trip. He was very specific, Liz, about what we were to pack. We were to pack our time, we were to pack our talent, we were to pack our treasure. He said, pack your time. He told us to share it, save it, and make it sacred. He said, pack your talent. He said, have one, hone it, and herald it. He also told us to pack our treasure. He said, establish it, extend it, and don't execute without it. God was intentional, Jonah Dwayne, about our packing because of where we are going. Not necessarily concerned about where we've been, but just proud of the fact that we have endured hardness as good soldiers through dry seasons and not yet seasons, and lender testing seasons and trials on every hand seasons. He's mostly concerned now, Tasha, about where we are going. He said he said you have kept going and others have stopped, and so I need you to pack because I'm taking you somewhere. He said you press forward when others turn back, so I need you to get on this plane because I'm taking you somewhere. He said you kept the towel needle while others thrown it in. He said I need you to get on this flight because I'm taking you somewhere. In other words, what you are about to experience is a direct result, beauty, of your grinding season. Somebody say grinding season. He said you made something happen. You made something shake out of what you had left. Go on, girl, with your bad self. He said some of you took COVID-19 and you took the hit of the coronavirus like a strong shot of Tennessee whiskey. He said, but you made it through. As a matter of fact, he said, I am taking you to destiny because you deserve it, because some of y'all produced more in the pandemic than you did in common times. Lord have mercy. And so in this climate, God says, you can't help but observe the responses of the body of Christ, because how you conducted yourself in this season has gotten my attention to take you, Una, to the next one. And regardless of what we have seen all around us, Impact has been assured of the fact that we're going to prosper during the pandemic. I can't get no amens in here. Because your hands was in, and you were in the hands of God. And whosoever is in the hands of God, no man, Lord have mercy, can pluck them out. There's no doubt in my mind that God is using this time to set us up for unprecedented opportunities, but we gotta get the attitude of taking. I don't care care what folks say about me in this season and saying that I'm an opportunist. You can sleep on me if you want, but when you open your eyes, I'm going to be done snatch the opportunity that was rightfully yours. Look at somebody and say, don't sleep on him. I mean, look at us. We are in the midst of simultaneous waves of glory. And I can hear in the distance these glories coming together and rolling inland. The dimensional waves of salvation and the Spirit of the Lord is sweeping the earth like never before. I don't care what CNN is saying and what CBS and NBC is saying. There is an undercurrent of salvation, and you got folk who is saying yes to God that never said yes before. Simultaneous waves of glory is manifested itself in healing because the doctor had given some folk up, but the healing hand of God is being made manifest in the earth realm. You see the activations of gifts like never before. It's called a simultaneous wave of glory, and I hear it rolling in my spiritual ear. I hear it rolling, and it's coming inland, and it's not going to leave any believer untouched. This is truly, said God, the window of opportunity. But he said opportunities have an expiration date, which means that you gotta take it because it may not be available or afforded to you tomorrow. So you gotta seize the day. Somebody say seize the day. When we look at it now, opportunity is a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. I'm gonna repeat that. It is a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. But this is my definition, and I like this one, Keisha, because taking the opportunity means that I capitalize on, or I make practical the things that are worthwhile in a particular event, situation, happening, or occasion, which simply means, in other words, there's going to be some things in opportunity that I really don't need, but I'm going to get in opportunity and capitalize on the thing that I need to get me to where I'm going. Don't jump off the flight yet, because we're going somewhere. And while I got your attention, I may as well serve you notice. Get back in your seats and buckle your seat belts, because you're getting ready to be in for a ride, baby. Because taking opportunity means that sometimes you gotta roll up your sleeve and you gotta make up your mind that you're gonna fight. Because in this season, opportunity is going to come, Lord have mercy, with opposition. Lord have mercy. I've been down in the halls listening to our bishop as he has begun to already take flight on and giving direction on where we need to be. And so you gotta pack light, but you at least gotta have something in your side pocket to war with. Lord have mercy. So you got to fasten your seatbelt. Can I tell you in these few fleeting moments about opportunity? Opportunity is like a game that we used to play. When we was coming up, we used to play hide and go get it. Sean, I'm sorry. That's what we used to play. And so opportunity is just like hide and go get it, Jonah Dwayne, because before it is that you can see an opportunity, you gotta be looking for an opportunity. Before you can see an opportunity, you gotta be looking for an opportunity. It was Thomas Edison that said this: opportunity is missed by most people because it's dressed in overalls and it looks like work. A lot of major promotions, a lot of major elevations in our lives was missed because we don't want to work for it. We don't want to put in the time that's needed for training. But opportunity in this season is going to require some work. It's going to require, especially if you are behind in schedule, it's going to require you lunching out. You probably got to go back to school. You got to get to the place where you get up under the right mentor and be trained. And you got to change your thinking. You got to develop another work ethic, because you cannot walk around, Liz, with the attitude of that's below my pay grade. The devil is a liar. If it's going to be a capital gain for me and my opportunity, I don't mind cleaning your bathroom. I don't mind picking up paper off of your floor, because who was that Paul that said, I know how to be exalted and I know how to be abased. I know how to run everything in your company. So just in case, I gotta maintain flight control and I gotta fly the plane until I get some more folk in the seat. I know how to do everything in here, from clean the bathroom to sit at the table to make the decisions. Lord have mercy. Somebody say, we're taking opportunity. Oh, y'all ain't loud. Say it loud. We're taking. I hear you. Let's roll with it. So in this season, taking opportunities means that lazy applicants, you don't even need to apply for this, because this is not a season of authoritative dictatorship. This is the day when you gotta do your part. I didn't forget about you, my dear. If you make one step, he'll make. I see your mother praying. He gonna do the rest. And so you gotta get in and begin to do your part. It's not the time to sit down and bark out orders and you don't know how to run and get yourself to where you need to be in opportunity. Imagine now, opportunities are everywhere you look, and a taker knows when an opportunity is present. A taker listens, and a taker listens to opposite conversations. And Erica, while they sitting up doubting their ability, a taker is honing in on it and saying, I can do that. I can do that for you. That's the attitude of a taker. I got 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever Sean just said, but I'm rolling. So you got to know something about opportunity. You got to look for opportunity. Prepositions are important. You got to look for an opportunity, but you got to look opportunity up as well, because Rebecca says that you got to write the vision, you got to make it plain, and whoever reads it can run with it, which simply means that you got to do some reading, you got to do some research on opportunity. Whatever opportunity that you're engaging in, you got to begin to know what it says. You got to begin to know the rules. You got to begin to know the qualifications. Everything you want is just a piece of knowledge away from you obtaining. The only thing between you and a massive release of your wealth is the right kind of knowledge. And I'm your captain, and I'm determined in this season that you're going to get your credit straight, you're going to get your money straight, you're going to get your mind straight, you're going to get your body straight. In this season, you're taking opportunity, and the grave is not gonna hold you and you not be emptied out. The devil is a liar. Ain't nobody walking topside the earth keeps you spending your money. You gonna enjoy the fruit of your land, and you gonna take opportunity. You know, I'm about to run out of here. You gonna take opportunity in this season. I wish I had somebody who would give God glory for the strength that he's gonna give you in this season to take back everything that the devil stole from you. Y'all are free now to move about the cabin and release in here the fact that you're going to take it. I refuse to be denied in this season. And if I'm flying this Boeing 747, it means that I'm the captain and I'm in charge, and I refuse to let you die outside of the promises of God. I promise y'all, I ain't gonna leave you out there by yourself. I'ma leave you in the hands of the Lord. Whosoever is in his hands, no man can pluck out. Somebody give him glory. Anybody bless his name. Everybody, God be praised. God be praised. God be praised. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Y'all bless him and give him glory in here. When we come back, we're going to have a conversation, because you got to have these essentials of looking for opportunity, researching opportunity, going for opportunity, and making contacts on your way to opportunity. I'm your flight captain, and that means that I'm responsible for controlling this plane to get you to the ionosphere and drop you into destiny. I believe that millionaires are right here on this line. I believe that cancer has to dry up because healing is made manifest. I believe that you're one sound decision away. You're not going to lose in this season. And whoever I'm talking to, you will not lose your mind. You are not crazy. You see things differently because you got the eyes of a taker. That's why I got you at this altitude, because you've been with the chickens too long. They can't see it. They don't even understand your conversation. At this altitude, the language changes. Lord have mercy. And so as we fly high. It is so, and it won't be otherwise. I speak it. All I'm asking you to do is receive it. Receive it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Receive it.
Wow, wasn't that an experience? Didn't I tell you? I thought I told you. I should have told you that every time you come to the Impact Church, you're going to experience what we have coined as the 3 R's. Yes, our services are rated R. It's real, it is relevant, and it is raw. Well, listen, beloved, we thank God that you chose to worship with us on today. We look forward to worshiping with you again very soon at the same time, at the same channel, but it won't be the same experience, we promise you. Thank you so much. Grace and peace.